my sweet berries, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be watching Miraculous Season 6, Episode 14, Grendiaper? Why is there diaper in the name? Should I know the meaning of this word? Hang on. Grendiaper meaning. Am I stupid? Grenadier? No, it says Grendiaper, not Grenadier. Oh, often pronounced and misspelt as Grendiaper. It can either mean fish or military. So there's something to do, has an assault rifle. No, sorry, it's an elite assault soldier responsible for carrying and throwing hand grenades during sieges and battle operations. It usually refers to members of the ceremonial elite infantry units like the famous Grenadier Guards in the UK. Am I supposed to know what that is? Oh, other possibilities you may have meant the Grim Reaper. No thanks. No thanks. So what is with the season misspelling things? Like, I find it so odd. I don't see how it's possible for them to misspell things quite as often as they do. It's honestly insane to me. On the episode lists, there's always an episode called Rigenerazione. I tried looking it up to see maybe it's Rigenerazione in another language that uses the I, but it always, even when my language wasn't set to Italian, it would always come up as Rigenerazione, which is the correct spelling, but I just don't understand it because I'm not really a snob for correcting people. Who am I kidding? I actually totally am. But first we had Reckless Driver with a W in front of Reckless, which, fair, you know, common misspelling, and maybe it's even become a word of its own at this point. But now, Rigenerazione, with an I? We're literally your neighbours. It's not that hard. But how do you mess up that badly? How do you even mess that up? Again, I said as soon as I type it, even if I don't have it set to Italian, it still autocorrects it. You're telling me a corporation dedicated solely to this €1 million franchise never even Googled the words they were using as titles for their €1 million show? Maybe this whole Grendiaper thing is like some kind of purposeful thing, but like Rigenerazione, I'm 100% sure they've misspelt. I literally can't see why they would do that. Then we're gonna find out that it has a hidden meaning in the episode, and I'm gonna look like a complete fudging idiot. Either way, sorry for the rant. Let's get to the episode. Let's go. Miraculous Corp! Oh, also I saw that weird vigilante type thing on the cover. Please tell me. Maybe Grendiaper is their name. Zoe. Is that her dad? We've never seen her dad.
Trey?
Who?
I can't do this ever.
Oh.
Give up. My film selection is too unconventional. And with the internet
I
now,
forgot he isn't
bother to
there
come here
anymore.
to
Genuinely can't tell if this is Chloe's dad. Or if, what's her face? Audrey has a very specific type of long-necked men. Nobody is this excited about school, but I guess this school's slightly different. Oh my gosh, new body types that actually look realistic. I love that.
Zoe, you're from New York City, right? In the U.S., right?
Yeah?
Come on, you gotta meet this new guy. He's
Oh
awesome.
no. Ah.
It's a small world.
Technically not with 8 billion people, and I don't trust you.
But there's something about me that no one knows yet.
That the stupid black cat in the corner follows you everywhere. Sorry for calling you stupid, I love black cats. They're so misunderstood. Miraculous! Baldyberg.
Can you believe this new look? Ridiculous.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
At least she keeps up with trends, unlike you.
To think that she's my sister.
Half sister. Through the bad side, I guess so.
Everyone, I wanted to show you my friend Sabrina's new look. It's creative, bold, in one word, stunning.
And stylish, because microbangs are in. I hate that I have to call them bangs. I'm sorry, I love you Americans, but sometimes your slang I just don't get. I can't differentiate it between, like, having a fringe, which is the straight line across, and the actual framing pieces around your face. It doesn't make sense to me. Why you call both the same thing? Fringe makes so much sense, because it's like the fringe On clothing. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop talking. So sorry, this is the American episode. You can't blame me.
It feels nice to be supported.
Adrian, what are you doing? You guys really suck at taking pictures. We have Adrian not understanding how to take pictures, Rose cutting off half her face, Sublime, you okay? I've just realised, is she like full-on lesbian or is she pan? Because these colours...
You can't catch me, gay thoughts.
I love my pan queen if she is, and I love her if she's a lesbian. But, like, the aesthetic is just... My goodness, it works so well. The blue and pink are just her colours. And I don't say that because I use blue and pink in wacky shades a lot. I'd never do something like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes what you need isn't a padlock, but some handcuffs.
Or just violence. Violence is the answer.
Sorry,
Oh,
my dear. There's no more room.
I actually think that's cool.
Take a walk.
I love Sublime.
I try not to give them too much importance.
Is her hair a different colour why does it do that? Every time I move my mouse, it rolls the entire page. But is her hair like translucent? Did they think maybe she was a bit too yellow-haired because they had Zoe and they had to differentiate them? I know they look nothing alike, but it seems like her hair's more white. It looks almost like she's albino, but I know she isn't because she doesn't have the features for it. But it's just odd. Maybe it was the lighting. They're really good at lighting, but occasionally you will catch things that make you feel like you're completely out of depth, simply because there are so many. You can really tell there are so many filters and so many processing things they do. So if something's ever so slightly off, if something's missing, you can really tell. But it also shows the effort they put into this season, so can't be upset about it. I honestly love finding animation errors. Not because I'm a critical evil woman. I just enjoy laughing and having fun, believe it or not. I also like criticising things. In a fun, entertaining way that is pleasant for all my viewers. But also so I can laugh at the rich.
Hey, you. Give me your book. Now.
It's not giving it to you if you're taking it.
Do you have any ribbons left?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Write me a message in the box.
Really? Can't they tell handwriting? That's just ridiculous. Why is Zoe the only one noticing this? Wouldn't Marinette be the type to do it more? I guess that Zoe grew up... Well, she didn't grow up with Chloe, but yeah, we're gonna get so confused with Noe, Zoe, Chloe. We need another child that is 4 letters to match Chloe, because we have Zoe and Noe, but we need... Why am I calling him Noe? It's Noe. No. I give up. I'm just gonna say it the way it comes out of my mouth, and I'll stop correcting myself because I'm a perfectionist and it really doesn't do well. Oh my gosh, that horrendous, horrible haircut. And you have the audacity to make fun of Sabrina? Oh no, wait, that was Chloe. If they are friends with Chloe, I'm gonna lose it because that's so unlike Chloe. But I know that they aren't. But, like, if they become later on, I don't know how that would work, but I'm just putting it out there. If they mischaracterize Chloe, I'm gonna lose it. They've already done it in, season 4 and 5, after she completely lost her Miraculous. I think it would be, it was a good idea in itself, but her losing the Miraculous and just not gaining it back ever again was a choice I don't think is very good. I get that it's fool me once, shame on me, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me type of deal, so you can forgive her once or twice maybe, but after that it's kind of gone. And I know it shows children, actions have consequences, blah 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 blah, but equally I don't see it. And if she returns, physically in the show and isn't just a looming presence, I really hope she's characterized the way that she was in seasons 2 and 3. Well, maybe not season 3. I'm completely lost on the timeline. I much preferred it when it was just the 5 heroes. Is that a hot take? Even though it wasn't that long, they didn't stay, as a group for that long. I think it just balanced it out, that the characters with the most interesting dynamics were the ones kind of running it, and having the occasional hero with the same Miraculous but given to different people. I much preferred it, and having like the 5 mains, because I don't know, the features, aside from them being like the rainbow coloured squad, except for Blue, I guess, but aside from that, they all kind of had something. And I feel like whilst we're getting all these backstories on everyone, aside from the trauma and I guess a slightly more interesting dynamic, what do they really bring to the table? Like having the 2 love interests, the 2 best friends, and the bully was like the perfect amount of ooh, they're 5 different people from the same place, but they have such interesting dynamics in their civilian lives and have complete opposite dynamics in their superhero lives, with only 2 of them knowing, and it's a good contrast to Agent and Marinette with Ollie and Nino. So I think that made it interesting, but now with suddenly like literally everyone in the class being superheroes, I feel like the NPCs here are literally just added to be like, well, they're not all they're not all superheroes, so nobody would suspect the entire class. I get that they've moved to a different school and all that, but you can't tell me it wasn't just an excuse to stop the whole, why has no one figured it out that it's the same class as Chloe? Why has nobody even thought it once that it might be someone who knows Chloe? So maybe they haven't, I've just forgotten, but I just find it odd. Like, nobody ever questioned chickens when that was the thing. How did I get onto this topic? I'm gonna shut up.
I don't know which one to pick between the 2.
Why don't your bug senses
Don't
tingle?
do it, cockroach.
Why
Unless you
not?
want everyone to find out what you did in New York City.
No, their opinion wouldn't change because
Thanks for your
she's
help, I
different
couldn't
now.
decide.
Look at it, see it, whisper it to her, tell her,
There.
tell her, tell her, tell her. Oh, well now you're just a
my love for you
stalker.
is like
Oh, what happened to her hairline? Did anyone else see that? Oh, girl. The animation's errors. I love them. Why does it always happen to the blondes?
I'm sorry, but I have no other choice but to call in your parents.
You still think you have any power in the school, Mr. Principal? You've literally been put in your place by teenagers in magical costumes, and you've been outed as a magical girl wannabe. I don't think you can do anything. They're all gonna be the children of the rich and powerful. How much do you want to bet he's the child of the scepter or something, and they're like children of the 2 or 3 lower down? Because you can clearly tell it's like this guy, then kind of the guy, I guess on the left, he's more kind of passive, more like, I'm better than you, and the third guy is kind of more active. That could be because he's the second, or because the first guy I mentioned is the second because he's not really actively participating, he's just bossing around, I guess. I don't know.
Mr. Punya?
So,
Punya?
Randy, what's this all about?
Pinata?
Ah, this one is excellent.
Rather unacceptable if you ask me.
Speaking of unacceptable, that tree in the yard, it prevents me from landing my chopper. I'm counting on you to deal with it. Come on, Ray, we're leaving.
Who the hell is this bitch?
No, if you just expel them, you do realize that their parents can't, like, literally get them out of expulsion because you're the principal. Like, unless they bribe you, or I guess that there might be sponsors, boards of directors, could get Noe to, yeah, oh, I hate, why is it always the blondes, okay? I'm tired of mischaracterization. I'm so bored of it. Okay, but you got him out of trouble, what about the other 2? Are they just...
It was a pleasure, Mr. Damocles.
That is one ugly chopper.
Something wrong, Zoe?
Oh no, I don't know. She's just crying for no reason. Marinette, come on. You and your glittery tights. You've got can I speak today? Glitter in your brain.
Remind you of the people who hurt you back in New York, don't they?
Or the
Worse
fact
than that, Marinette.
the person she used to be.
Don't tell me Raymond is the boy who bullied you?
What? That's
Why
it.
can't we do anything about people like that?
Wait, that's it. I thought it was like, she's a horrible person. Or I guess maybe it could be he bullied her into doing horrible things. Like, oh, I was bullying to fit in. I don't get it. Bullying is just stupid. I get that you want to feel the sense of power. But just because I've been bullied all my life, I don't get it. I had a full-on yandere. It was so weird. She just hated my guts. And my stupid teachers decided, since you've had her torturing you for 5 years, let's put her in the same class as you on purpose. Because they put the people we got along with least with us. Well, all the other teachers of other classes sent the recommendations of, these people have been together, they're friends, let's put them together to be nice to them as a parting gift. My teachers decided, these people are quite kind of good in class, so we're going to assign each of them a not so good person. The problem is, I was one of the better ones. This girl that bullied me was also one of the better ones, so why would you put me in a class with her if you wanted us to babysit this not so good guy, who actually, even though he called me fat, because I was beating him at a sport, ironically, why would you put me in a class with people like that? But he was ironically nicer. I've told the story of her putting scissors to my throat so many times, so let's do another one. I had a childhood friend when we got to primary school. We'd been together since preschool, and we got there together and we kind of promised each other, look, our third friend's in another class, but we're all going to kind of keep in touch, try and stay together as a little group. And it kind of worked for a while until she, the one in the same class as me, was the one to kind of move away. And whose friend group did she go to? The girl that hated my guts because I had the audacity to be friends with her friend, who happened to be a boy. I swear, I understand, okay? You're prettier than me, you have more friends than me, but like, what the fuck? And this boy, I like would try to keep the peace, right? I'd say, look, I know she doesn't like me, but can you like just ask her if we can all get along? And he like went to her, asked her, came back to me and said, she said no. And never tried to do anything about it ever again. He was there when she put scissors to my throat. Looking back now, why the heck did I ever like that guy? He discovered I may be bisexual because he told me he was bi, and I said, I think I may be too, and I was. And the moment I told him, it wasn't like, oh yeah, twinsies. I was the one doing the whole twinsies thing, which make cringy, okay, whatever. He said, I have a crush on this guy that's like 3 years older than me. He goes to my school. You live in a literal other region of the country, so I'm going to ask you to come over and date his friend who I think is a lesbian, who happens to be like 5 years older than you, and he didn't see it as problematic. I'm going insane. I thought this was like joking, but he literally, I was a goody two shoes, he literally made me, when we were like there, because I'd always go and see them, you see. They never came to see me. Oh, they came once, but their parents were so worried because, yeah, my family's so responsible when they're the ones who come to my house, break all my stuff, and I get blamed for it. Yeah, sure, my parents are the irresponsible ones. Sure. So my parents were, because I live in the countryside, oh yeah, wild boars, oh yeah, so scary. They can get through these thick cement walls. I could understand, look, if I lived in an American house. The wooden houses, yeah. This house is thicker than the apartment buildings these people live in. But oh, so dangerous. Like, there's literally 5 people in the house. They're 2 teenage boys. Like, yeah, there's another friend who was so, like, it was so weird. I get the whole bullying to fit in thing, because I didn't bully, okay? I just want to put it out there. That friend, the one that wanted me to get him with the lesbian friend of the guy he liked, he would like make mean comments that I didn't realize were mean, because that's just the way he interacted with me. So our sense of humor became kind of being mean to each other, which fine, a lot of friends do that. But the other friend realized, he wasn't very comfortable with this, and we apologized so many times, mostly me, even though I wasn't the one doing it. So when the time came for me to call them out on their stuff, on how they made me feel, he decided to blame everything he would tell me in private and be like, oh look, friend such and such, he has no personality, he's always copying us. He'd like blame it on me. Like, I'd agree, sure, because I was frustrated by it as well, because he'd like ditch us for other friends. He wasn't innocent in it either. I was the kind of the one holding it together. So, and also, it's really annoying when you're the one who lives far away, the others see each other all the time, but you're the one stuck in between the gossip. He blamed all the stuff he'd ever said in private to me on me. And I could have sworn their parents wrote their flipping messages to me. They did not write like that. I could have sworn, okay, I got angry at them. There was one time I exaggerated. I'd travelled 2 hours with my parents. We weren't exactly doing brilliantly financially, so they drove me 2 hours to see them. And they brought everyone meals. Paid for the food, did everything. We were always the ones paying too. Yeah, even though we were in the midst of moving to a different region. Yeah. That time I got angry was because they told me they'd be there. Right, we were meeting at the old apartment I lived in with my parents, and it was also a way for me to overcome trauma, because the house literally gave me trauma because of how horrible I felt in it. Not because of the house itself, but because of all the times I'd like cried, screamed, and just didn't I just felt weird, like all the times I'd break down into tears. It just reminded me of it. So it was a way for me to overcome my trauma of being in the house again. And that first friend showed up. The other boy didn't. So I sent him a message. I had 2 hours of sleep, by the way. I sent him an angry text. And because our sense of humour was so kind of aggressive towards each other, I sent them in like a really jokey manner, like all caps, really weird. And the other guy was like writing messages like, oh, she's gone off. Like kind of also being a bit more jokey. I was genuinely upset because his answer was, what do you want? I'm eating. As if we hadn't been waiting for him to have lunch for half an hour. So I went off on him. I was literally so angry. So, look, when he arrived, I obviously apologised to him. I stopped seeing him after that because his mother was so angry. When she's the one who would always tell me, his mother, look out for those two. They're always getting themselves into trouble. Oh yeah, the only girl has to be the mother. Ingrained sexism. Anyways, what were we talking about? I'm so sorry. I love gossiping with you guys. I'm so sorry, but bullying makes me so angry because I can understand the like wanting to feel seen, to be a part of something, but you have to realize your bad behavior, own up to it, and then if those people, like, it's fine if he didn't forgive me, okay, that's one thing, but he acted like I was a worse friend than the other guy who was literally telling him he had no personality, he sucked, and like, I wasn't innocent in the situation, but the first guy literally would always make fun of me and my personality, so I started developing a way to cope with that by being more similar to him. And then he started making fun of me for copying everything he did. Like, one time when we were in a group because we used to pretending we were catching ghosts because we were like making up fantasies that the school was haunted. And the third friend wasn't a part of it. The second friend wasn't a part of it. But me and the first guy were with some other people. And we were yapping. I don't remember what about, but we were talking and he said stupidina, which literally means little stupid. It's like saying stupid, but kind of condescendingly, in a way, like, he didn't mean it in the, oh, look at you, you're so stupid, you're so silly. Like, that can also be a meaning, but the way he said it was like, look at this stupid bitch. And it was on a group of multiple people. So, you know, I called him out on it and I said, look, I didn't really like that. I really would appreciate if you didn't insult me, because I was like 7. That was the worst insult I knew. So instead, He went to all these people on the group chat, showed them the messages, and basically said, look at her, isn't she overreacting? What a silly girl. I mean, can you believe it? You get offended so easily. This is the same guy who would, like, kick my school bag on purpose. The school bag my parents bought me that was better quality than other people's because they cared. So he'd purposefully kick it. He'd purposely kick it to break it, and then he'd say, oops, it broke. I'm sorry, it broke. No, you kicked it off the pavement into the middle of the road. Little things like that, it makes my blood boil, and I know I should move on, but I swear, there's so much stuff I'm still healing from with them, because it was so, like, I'm only just realising how manipulated I was, and it's... I'm sorry, shut up, we need to get back to the episode.
They can always do something, Zoe. We can learn to recognize them and protect ourselves.
Yeah,
from them.
she's the vigilante.
Keep their darkness from extinguishing the light inside of you.
Aww.
You're right.
Oh,
Thank
that was quick.
That's one more.
What
Oh.
are you doing? This is funny.
It's hilarious. I don't like babies.
I don't like babies. So you purposefully deafen the baby. It's not about the baby, it's about the mother. Can you imagine being a new mother, so overstimulated, you finally get the baby to sleep? Look, I don't like babies, but purposefully, like, deafening one isn't exactly the move.
Wait for us!
We can't just leave him there.
Why? Why is the bystander effect so flipping real? Like, I get it, but also, if there's somebody already standing up to injustice, it's not you having to start. You're not, like... This isn't a case of just the normal bystander effect. You literally just have to join in. I don't... Ugh.
This lady lives here. Can I let her inside?
Hey, intern, can't you see we're in the middle of shooting? If we
This is
stop, we'll be
illegal.
wasting time.
Yeah,
don't
she's the
like
vigilante.
musicals.
I don't see why she couldn't do it as Vesperia. Oh dear. That's a face.
Holland, buzz on.
Do I just have to stare at her teeth? Come on, episode, load. Oh my goodness, I love that suit. Especially that neckline. It still has the hints of, like, a wasp, but like a black wasp. It's so cool!
We offer you 1 month of free cinema. And popcorn to go with it? Of course.
You could also...
What about the drinks?
Drinks are, of course, complimentary. My pleasure.
Can't she just record it? They're extorting a
Now
local
there's
business.
movie theater.
I can't stand this thing continuously. Stop it!
And no more musicals. Of course.
No more musicals? What's the point in, like, oh, you can't play this here. Maybe you just don't want to watch it. Why didn't she do anything? She's like, oh, I need to do something. And then she just stands by. Now I'm really lost. Is it because he dealt with it? I still think beat them up.
Shut the fuck up!
Why did you agree to their demands? They had no rights.
I don't have a choice.
I'm sorry, the way she said they have no rights sounded like she said they have no rights. I mean, they're not even human at this point. They have no human rights. Just kill them. I'm sorry, I know that's not what she meant, but I'm trying to amuse myself because this is frustrating on a personal level.
Holland, my suit looked nothing like it usually does. How is that possible?
It's your
You've had
anger.
a rather dark day. You know what? I think it's time to ask for advice.
Oh, interesting. I've never realised how similar their suits are until now.
You said that unless it's an akumatized
Oh,
villain, we can
yeah.
help out without waiting for you to call
Oh,
on us.
yeah. Wait, I love that kind of
Allowed to stop people from
zip
doing evil things,
thing.
right? You step in to keep them from being harmful.
Easier said than done. Why aren't
What
you
if they
doing
come back
anything
again
about
after
it?
that? I'm sorry, but no one has the magic power to make people good. That's the power of education.
You serious?
Defense. Okay. Are you gonna be alright?
That sounded
Yes,
so
I
weird,
just
Marinette.
Needed to talk it out. Thanks,
I love the
Ladybug.
shine on her suit. It's so cool. They've really upgraded the lighting and shining effects.
If this is the best you can do, I'll tell everyone how inept you are.
But
It's
Mr. Ross, I
literally-
haven't even started cutting your hair.
And you'd better not if you can't.
Reasonable reaction. Wait, what? She can't do that. Did she just, like, develop a new power? Wait, is there going to be, like, a miraculous Vesperia? Oh my gosh, please tell me. Throw them in the water.
Stop in the name of the law.
They're literally breaking the law.
Everything's in order, Mr. Officer. Lowen just turned 18. That's right, I've repeated the same grade for 4 years already. Happy
Oh
birthday
my
to me.
god. Okay, that's just fun. Except they've just eaten.
It's not rocket science.
I love her. I love her. I adore her.
Let me tell you a tale of a world where good people prevail, where
Musical.
Are they like strapped into the chair? Or is that just their backpacks? I've literally been staring at this loading for the last 10 minutes. I'm so sick of this stupid Wi-Fi. I don't even think it's my Wi-Fi. My normal tabs run fine. But look at this. Look at this. You're probably not going to see any of this anyway. So what's the point in me making commentary if I'm just going to get the whole thing? Am I breaking down over a not loading screen? Yes, I am. Oh, Max.
Hey, that was my stop.
My shift is over. I'm going home.
But what am I supposed to do?
Well, you can always call a streetcar. That's a good one. Streetcar.
Well, now he's stuck.
Did you see that, Markov?
So, wait a second. Does she, like, venom them and then she just escapes? But did she? I don't quite understand it. Does she, like, just venom everyone into making them think nothing is going on? Then she disappears and reappears and devenoms. I think it's two separate powers, but I don't know how that works.
I came to and suddenly I was here, face to face with a panther. I thought it was gonna charge at me.
Good thing our pens are enclosed by unbreakable glass.
Oh, that's a bit... No, don't do it.
Looks like this mysterious masked person moved all these people
Check
from one
who
location
the
to
one
another.
person who isn't reporting
Mostly how?
is.
No idea. Don't ask me now.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Is that an akumatized? Did she get someone akumatized? Is that the baby? That's the baby. The baby got akumatized. The hell? That's why it's Grendiaper. Is it a big baby? Oh, murder! No, not saving the people. I think they're dead already. How are you alive? The bottom ones should not be alive because the thing wasn't suspended. The bottom ones should have hit the ground.
Baby?
Yeah! Oh.
Tell me where they are, or I'm gonna be super duper mad!
Seems like our little buddy is
Was
also
it
looking for someone.
talking?
The same mysterious masked figure we're after.
We better find out before he has a full-blown tantrum, kitty cat.
Guys, I get you're having a cool running scene, but was that really necessary? Bazooka! Bazooka baby. Something I never thought I'd see in Miraculous. The phone?
Where have I seen that phone before?
It's the guy with the music?
That baby
Who
robot is so
became a
cute.
baby? Or is it literally the baby? You're supposed to break the phone. Why do you want a phone case for it? Ooh. Since when can he do that? It's so cool seeing their weapons do things that aren't stationary or shields. Boing.
That wretched ladybug is keeping you from pursuing your quest for justice.
Your quest for justice? But with a vigilante as your target? I honestly thought that was part of the plan. They get captured all the time on purpose. Couldn't you have done that from the beginning? I guess he was too busy shooting bazookas back. Why do you need the phone case? Is it to put that phone into a phone case?
How is that?
It's in the... what's it called? Biberon. The thing in his mouth.
What should we do, milady?
It's pointless to chase him until we figure out how to defeat him.
Trap
At least
him.
we know the Ultra Kuma.
The world revolves around me and my tantrums.
Oh, does he have a
I know that
sibling?
boy.
You've been super mean since Sophia was born.
So what? Babies are the only thing that matters in this family anymore.
Okay, honestly valid. I mean, I'm an only child, but I must admit when my little cousin was born, oh, I was not happy. It wasn't even my cousin, it was my cousin's child. That's all my cousins as big siblings. I was not happy. Would I torture the child? No.
You're being a baby right now.
Yeah. Had to go.
That's how he got akumatized.
Deserved.
Except humiliation and harassment have nothing to do with justice.
Oh,
Since it wasn't his phone,
please.
you telling me this is a Miraculous?
Well, hey, Lila, how's it going? Long time no see. I saw your interview on the Lady Blog. Awesome job. Oh, sure. I remember our instant connection when I saved your life, and we've been really good friends ever since. Practically BFFs. Actually, when did I save your life again, Lila? I don't recall. Oh, yes, of course. Now I remember. Never. And we're not friends either. Miss Showoff here was trying to impress you, and everyone around her.
So I'm guessing you're not a descendant of a superhero either?
She's more like a super liar. How dare you?
Wait, Lila? Hey, what was that all about? I mean, weren't you kind of harsh with her?
I don't put up with lies, especially when they're about me.
Anyway, I love that Rena's suit is a bit more fluffy, like fur. And Sabrina's looks a bit like the type of coat a wet dog would have, like the really sleek dogs whose fur doesn't really stand up, but her vest kind of has it because her hair's fluffier, and I love it. I love it. They've killed the designs just with texture alone. Matryoshka.
The villain is inside.
And the object holding the Akuma must be inside with him.
We're gonna
So he made a giant baby robot because he hated babies. So he's being a baby because he's... the irony. Oh. Yeah, those people are dead, okay? There's no way at least the children didn't fall.
Thanks for coming so quickly, Vesperia. Rena Rouge.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So, kiddo, you need a babysitter? Leave me alone!
So wait, he's not even akumatized in the... Like, he doesn't look different, if that makes sense. Yay!
You think you have the power to fix everything, Ladybug, but you couldn't be more wrong. No one has that power.
Yeah, but she also doesn't think that.
You got akumatized because you let your bad feelings win, Sam. You have to learn how to love your baby sister.
The unrealistic part is
is
him having normal looking nails because he probably bites them all the time. I'm no better, okay? But the baby themes need to keep going.
Attention from your parents. We all need other people's love, but if you want to receive, you also have to give. Do you understand?
Not fair! It's not my fault. The bad guy's that masked person. The one who made me look like a baby.
That's a lie. I've seen videos of you on Zoo. You were bothering mothers and their babies. Are we gonna let him get away with it? Would you rather we did the same thing to him as the mysterious person who harasses people?
This isn't just either let them go back into society or like torture them. There are institutions for this.
Then we'd be just like them. If that means punishing bad people, I don't see a problem. Maybe it'd make us feel better to punish them. But look at what happened today. The masked person's actions only brought about more violence. You don't teach people to be kind by hurting them back.
I get that, but at the same time, it depends on the situation. Like, I get in this case, you should show him what him being nice would accomplish and how he'd feel better being nice, but there wasn't that opportunity. I think they're both right. There just needs to be a balance. They're both opposite extremes, and everything's being presented as if Vesperia's wrong, when it's like basically saying to children, if someone bullies you, do nothing about it, otherwise you'll hurt them, poor little them. I'm sorry, I didn't fight back because I didn't want to be the bad person. Now you're teaching it to children that, oh, we shouldn't fight back because then we'll hurt people. Oh, yes, us stopping bullies. I know technically what they're showing, but they're trying to portray a message. The message they're portraying is too complicated for young children to understand. I also understand that now it's aged up, but we can't act like it's just not a child-rated show anymore. The messaging in this is like, it's not completely wrong. It's just the others were too complex, but in a way that the general theme could still be understood. This is too complex in the sense that it's showing you the wrong theme. Because I know they didn't write this episode basically intending to be like, fighting back against bullies is just plain wrong. But that's the way it's coming off. Because to someone who has a brain like us, you understand that. But to people with zero brains, to children who are still developing how to even speak properly, they're going to think bullying bad, defending against bully equally bad. Like, it's basically saying if someone punches you, don't punch back, you'll hurt them. Okay, I still need to push them off myself, but you're not saying, but you can push them off you. You're just saying, do nothing. Just don't react, because otherwise just vaguely stop their punches. Just catch the punches in their hands, let them punch you again and again until you can't catch them anymore, because you weren't allowed to push them off you. It's just making me think about, like, what if the teacher hadn't been there when that girl had scissors to my throat? Because obviously I understood. My parents had always told me, you know, defending yourself is okay. But I didn't want to be mean as a child. So I get that it's trying to teach to children that, you know, violence isn't okay. But it's just wrong.
And you, don't do things to others that you wouldn't like done to you.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't be smiling if I were you. What you did is not something to be proud of. I'd seize this chance to make amends. From now on, behave yourself, okay?
Yes. Finally! Marinette, like, I get that she's stressed out and stuff, but she should know not everything is sunshine and roses. Hell, she's been bullied before. How did Sakleen answer Chloe's bullying? She fought back. She kicked her phone out of her hand. Would you go back and tell the person who protected you from bullies, don't do that, you'll hurt them? No, you wouldn't. I'm just saying, if she was alone, this boy would have done it again. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm not blaming her. I'm also not blaming him. It's just some people don't realise, even when they're on the receiving end of it, they don't realise that them fighting back isn't a sin.
See, it's better when you talk things through.
They basically said the same thing. So, like, she said it nicely. Cat Noir basically said the same thing, but a bit more aggressively, with a bit more like, hey, if you don't behave, something bad's gonna happen to you. She was just prepared to hand out the punishment because he'd done it multiple times. It's just the same thing. But you're like, see, shouting is okay, verbal abuse is okay, but hitting is... I'm sorry. I'm just... This show can be so good, but when it gives you the wrong message and it rubs it into your face, like, I'm getting like this. Imagine being a young child watching this while being bullied. You'll just think, I fought back today, but I didn't initiate it. I didn't start it. It's not my fault. They punched me, so why am I being punished? I was one of those children who was like, there was a boy who bullied us. Like, he didn't bully. It was more like he'd be annoying and insulting. So we'd tell him, look, you can't play with us anymore because we don't like the way you're behaving. And we gave him so many chances. Look, you can play with us again. Just behave nicely. And one time, like, he was like insulting us, like, you're all idiots. So at one point he said, hi. Like he hadn't just called us an idiot, each one of us an idiot 5 minutes earlier. So I said, hi, monkey. Okay, guys, before, listen. It wasn't racist. He wasn't black. It wasn't chignon. It's like big monkey. He also was thin. It wasn't one of those, like, targeted insults. It was just like, you're so hyperactive. You're so weirdly, like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, he went to the teacher who was out of the room. I begged him not to, and she humiliated me in front of the entire class for daring to tell a person who was calling me stupid and an idiot every day, you shouldn't have insulted him back. You shouldn't have given him a taste of your own medicine. Oh, I'm sorry, I was crying, explaining with the entire 20 people staring at me, looking at me like half of them pitied me, half didn't. The one girl who said something was my neighbour, who happened to be in the same class, and none of the people I was friends with, aside from her, said anything. And she was like one of those popular girls. Like, she wasn't perfect either, but she was the only one who stood up for me. Not the girl who I'd been friends with since we were babies. Not the friends who had been insulted too. Not the friends of the boy who had insulted me, who were also friends with me. No. the girl who I barely spent any time with. And the teacher was like, look, I understand, but you shouldn't have done that. You didn't, and I understand that you might say, well, that was a good thing from the teacher. She never called him out. Never. And you want to know why? Because his mother was also a teacher working at the school. Oh, yeah. Who also happened to be teaching my boyfriend's class. It was such a convoluted mess, but it was so... I just remember the humiliation of sitting in front of 20 people. It was like the one time I wasn't being insulted, but I was basically the crybaby of the class. One of the only two people who'd basically cry at anything. And I was never taught in my home that it was weakness, but they blimmin' well rubbed it in when I was anywhere but. And none of the adults, aside from my parents, were there. Like, my parents were the only ones who were speaking up against injustice, and we got punished for it. There was once a swear word in a Christmas song, so the teacher purposefully started shouting really loudly and trying to aggravate my mother in front of two full schools of children coming in and out, and I was there. I had to be there, standing, watching my mother get yelled at for not wanting a child to sing in a Christmas musical with the word fuck in it. I don't like bullies, if you hadn't understood, and this messaging is more harmful than anything. Because I nearly killed myself because of it. Like, these people, when they grow up, they act like they'd never been bullied. They'd never experienced society at its finest when you're a child. As soon as they grow up and have to make these shows, for some reason, they're like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I know this is a bit too much from me right now, and I get that I'm taking this too emotionally. It might be me coming off my anxiety medication, but it's so infuriating. There are all these anti-bullying campaigns. Oh yeah, we're so anti-bullying. We're so anti-bullying. We've never hurt a fly. But we're never actually going to do anything. We're going to tell you, yes, don't take the bullying the moment you fight back, though. Ah, that's a problem. Look, I put glue in my hair. Never called out. Oh no, he was yelled at. Slap on a wrist. The same guy pushed another student, nearly broke his back, but because he happened to have some kind of disorder, he wasn't sent back a year as he was supposed to. All the bullies, they were never punished because they were the bad boys that needed saving. Everyone loves the bad boys that need saving, but what about the good people that get affected by them? No, we don't care about them. They can defend themselves, but the moment they do, the moment they yell back. There was my friend, she was basically mute. She'd only talked to me and another friend of ours who moved away, and I'd known her since we were babies too, basically. And a guy I'd also known from that time who was basically like the cousin of another girl I used to be in primary school with. I was on really good terms with her. I'd been to her house a few times, and he was there because they were neighbours, so they weren't technically cousins, but they basically had sibling energy. He hated my guts. Absolutely hated my guts. I don't know why. Okay, you know the whole thing, the talent show you'd put on for your parents? I laughed once while we were doing it. Because it was so stupid, okay? I knew how stupid that play was. And I was giggling, I couldn't help it, because it was a stupid thing. And because I was having fun, that's the only thing I remember that I possibly could have done wrong to irk him. And in middle school, he was still, I don't know, he was mean. And she was self-conscious, as was I. We were like two of the three people who were always picked last. One of the other boys who was picked last, he was more like, he also spoke slightly less, and we were kind of a little friend group, but not really. Like, they weren't really friends themselves, they were just both friends with me. So it was more like, I was bullied too, but I was the only one who would kind of stand up for us, and this other boy was basically not as bullied as us. I guess it may have been because he was a boy. I genuinely don't mean that as like, oh, boys get privilege. I genuinely think that the boys just liked him because it's like a buddy to help out. Meanwhile, the two young girls that were, basically in the same situation, no, not them. Why? Because I was like, the teachers actually liked me because I wasn't a complete bum to them. So, God forbid the teachers liked me and I wasn't completely anti the school, even though I absolutely hated some of their decisions and stuff. So, he insulted her, and we were in the corridor. And walking back to class after PE, we basically had to be pin silent. Not that that ever happened. But the moment they were pin silent, the one time, I just shouted at him, basically saying, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Not like that, but I was like, why do you have to be so mean? Down the entire... And I never raised my voice, so everyone went quiet. The teacher went back to class, she was calm, and she let me tell her about it, and she actually reprimanded him. She was one of the only ones who did. One of the only teachers who was both, like, nice to me and also vaguely was, you know, she wasn't really able to keep a class, bless her, because her voice, she was having to shout so many times, she literally got a problem in her throat, and people still didn't respect her. So I'd do a lot of, like, speaking, not for her, because, you know, rude, but, like, she liked me because I tried, and she could see that I tried. She was one of the only teachers who could actually appreciate that I was trying while still keeping that balance of, we're still going to treat you with the respect of every other student without putting you on a higher pedestal. It just stays with me, because that's one of the only times people actually listen to me. I got so emotional, and a guy was basically... people were basically like, are you getting emotional? One even teased me about it, but it was more of like a jokey manner, and I guess I was fine with it, even though I was kind of half friends with one of the bullies. It was weird. I had this weird dynamic with my bully, where there were 3 years in school. The first year, barely interacted. Second year, in the beginning, he didn't really like me, but halfway through, he realised that he could somehow, because I was good in class, the teachers would basically make me not have to listen so that I could parent him. I literally once didn't have to give an oral exam on art history, which is good, because I had no idea about art history, because I was actually good in art class, so my art skills were, even though my mum drew half my stuff, because most of it was tracing anyway, let's be honest, like one was draw your favourite artist's album, so duh, people are gonna trace, so my parents helped me with stuff, like my dad did the geometry, my mum did the artsy side, because it isn't critical skills that I need to learn in school, and I honestly would have lost my passion for art, so that was nothing serious, but like I'd help him draw and stuff, and he weirdly liked me. Third year, despised me. Glue in the hair, everything. It was weird. It was like the Zoom classes kind of appeased him for a bit. I don't know. Sorry for going on these rants. I'm very sorry. The recording's at 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Even though you've got to be firm sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, the masked person. Maybe he's the new holder of the butterfly Miraculous.
I hate that these people are all colorblind. If it was butterfly, it'd be purple.
What's for sure is that we're gonna have to be more cautious than ever.
Why is everyone just being mean to Zoe? Like, she's trying her best. This could have been like a teaching moment, but instead she kind of just left her hanging. It's like they push these different characters onto Marinette, where she's like forced to be the bad guy, even though her character dictates that she normally wouldn't be. I get that we all have our moments, but this was weirdly out of character. Like, she's literally the one who was like, Lila bullied me, so I'm going to expose her in front of everyone. That's literally what she did. What? I'm so tired of this stuff. Well...
You should speak with my new assistant.
What you want, fella? Some soda,
Oh!
tea, maybe some fruit punch?
Alia's sister! Right? Yeah, the one that does... Yeah! Oh, I love those plants on the roof.
Some of us have to work.
Go around, idiot.
In the name of the law, leave these people in peace at once. They're working too.
I think we're good for today.
Okay, I'm glad they included that. But it's like, if you were to only watch this episode, it would basically tell you, like, if we didn't know she was still doing it, we'd think that entire plotline was just over. I just think this episode was ever so slightly ridiculous. The only thing that kept me from going insane was Zoe. And I guess Adrian helped a bit, because he actually used his brain. Like, he realised there was no, like, misunderstanding of, oh, Marinette actually wrote this mean thing about me. I don't understand what they're doing with Marinette. I really don't. Because they're so good at writing her in some episodes. It's like half the episodes are written by one good team, and the others are written by vaguely competent with slight oversight from the other team. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just don't get it. Maybe it's just too personal for me to understand from an objective stance. But I feel like my experiences give me a bit of kind of insight into the mind of a bullied person. I understand that what they're trying to say, like if somebody broke your pencil, you shouldn't push them downstairs for it. They're trying to show that you shouldn't do eye for an eye exaggeratedly by basically doing eye for a head, like, but they're doing it in such a weird way that I don't think people could grasp it. Like, I could grasp it by giving them a bit of like, okay, I'm gonna give them a bit of grace on this, but like, I'm not a critic, let's say. Like, I'm not a personally like I don't like go through microanalyzing every single scene of Miraculous. I know there are people who do, like with every show, and that's completely fine, and I admire them for the effort. I do occasionally do videos like that, but they take months. Yes, I'm still working on that Winx video, don't judge me, it's coming. It's been in the works for a month, I know. My computer can't handle the files, so I'm basically only able to edit like a minute every day. My point is, it's just, like, if you were to just objectively analyze it, this wasn't the best episode. Did I think the draft, like, the idea itself was good? Absolutely. Like, showing this moral conflict, I definitely agree with the idea on paper, but the execution was definitely lacking. And I don't really know what else to say, because I've expressed myself for an hour and 30 minutes. This is going to be hell to edit. So thank you to all the support you give me every single day, especially that of my patrons. If you want early access to all my content, as well as just a chance to support me more than you already do here on YouTube, then please consider checking out my Patreon page. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that it may seem like certain things like I promise don't actually come true. It's not that, it's just I take a really long time to do them. I so want to get tested for ADHD, I swear. But for now, I can only blame the clinical depression, the severe anxiety disorder, the PTSD, and I'm just gonna stop talking before it becomes a whole psychology rant. Yay! Subscribe to heal my mental health. No pressure! Please like, comment, subscribe, hype the video, the usual YouTube stuff. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I hope you had as much fun as me today. Same time tomorrow. If you enjoyed, you might also like these.